on headphones on, or else this will be echoing. And 1 sec, Minecraft, please wait. Don't speak.
Hi, mate.
Oh, good. Now,
You see,
how are
I've
you
changed
guys?
my name because Caroline is really, really sick.
No worries, man. No worries.
So I'm not very festive.
Oh, don't worries, man. Don't worries. So, how was your Christmas, Yuletide, Saturnalia, belated Hanukkah? What's the other one?
I
Gotta hit them all.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's got sad.
I got to find out what was the celebration for Priapus. He's my favorite.
Would say I'm an atheist Christian.
You know, I think you can be that now. Actually, yeah, I think that's a thing.
You know, so culturally, I'm a Christian.
Yeah, like Dawkins.
I'm an atheist.
So yeah, how did you guys like my stream? I think I covered enough of the.
At least I heard this one.
You did? Cool, man. Cool.
Because the last one was all buffering and no.
Oh God! I am so embarrassed by that one. I have to apologize to you all. My computer, or my internet cannot handle OBS, so I will never use that crap again.
Honestly,
but I still need.
It sounds like a bad complaint.
Yeah, I know. I deleted it. I deleted it. I had to delete that because it was just.
So why do people use it?
Well, they got better computers and internet connections than I have, man.
No, I've never known anyone have anything but trouble with it. So why do people use it when?
Yeah,
your stream's fine. You don't need to.
I just need to play videos with sound on it. I have to figure that out. I sort of have a way using it's called Voicemeeter, a banana. And I need to figure that out because you can create separate channels, or you can have a sound card and you create separate channels to one to produce your desktop video, and the other one produce to desktop sound, and another one to stream out your this sound. So if you don't have your sound card, you can use Voicemeeter. Is it Voicemeeter? Yeah, Voicemeeter, I think. Yeah. A banana which can do that, but I don't know how to set it up. I have to beg my dear friend Real Raven 2000 to set it up for me again.
Yeah, there you go.
So, yeah.
See, I've got my iPad. My computer's got no sound. I don't believe in computers and sound, so it's got no microphone, no webcam, no speakers.
Yeah. That's all I need. I just need to transmit video, not video, sound from videos. That's it.
Yeah, see, I would say use OBS, but obviously if you're having issues with it, I'm not sure what the alternative is to OBS. Is there something else out there you can use?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, because Andre uses OBS, and he usually doesn't have issues with it. So.
But yeah, well, it's like I said, his computer is powerful, possibly, but his internet could be cleaner than mine because I'm using copper still. And
is that a service?
But
is that a service in Portugal or something? I've never heard of that before.
No, copper wire.
Copper wire. Okay.
ADSL. ADSL. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I live in the middle of a national park, man. So I'm not in a city. My son is paying 30 euros a month for 100 fiber. I don't know how many channels he has, TV channels, and I don't know how much. He also has the telephone, so it's 3 services in one for 30 euros, unlimited.
Nice.
Hey, Neeb, how are you, man?
Audio issues or what?
And well, he says he was traveling, and sent him the link on Twitter. So whenever he's ready.
Yeah, I saw this great headline. I think it was for a video, and it said, in Britain,
Hey guys.
cable is now a human right, but having a home isn't.
Exactly. Yes.
You can have the
there's a
cable,
lot.
but you can't have the house to put it in.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. A lot of interesting opinions on what's a human right.
Portugal
These
does not have or ever had net neutrality, and I think we are one of the leaders in. I would say close to leaders of the world in terms of competition and pricing, but only for your fixed net, not for your mobile phones.
Yeah.
That is where net neutrality is supposedly the good thing, because we don't have unlimited net on our mobile phones. We have expensive plans and can be shit services. But our fixed at your home fiber and that, we are some of the best around. Cheap as fuck. And there goes mine. There goes mine. Bugger it. I don't care. So,
yeah, I don't know why people make such a big deal out of it. It's not like we've even had net neutrality for very long, and you know, I think there's just a lot of stir about it. I'm not entirely sure it's as big of an issue.
It is, exactly. It didn't change anything the 2 years that Obama.
Yeah, I mean, I get the idea, but I mean, I haven't noticed anything. I mean, I'm sure there's some doomsday scenario out there of like why this is gonna just destroy everything, but
if you look at utilities, water and electricity and gas, you don't want to go that route.
Pronounce it route. That's a better way to say it. But
no, it's not. Route.
Yeah.
It's route.
I will fight all of you in real life. I'm not a Yank. Come on.
Are you Canadian?
Only if it's over a beer, man. That's how the only I fight that way.
Yeah, pretty much the biggest fag in the universe. Sorry, I don't know why I'm having technical troubles with my computer stuff here, because I did IT for like a decade. But I'm gonna put this in my pocket and eat pizza because I'm fat.
Oh, no.
Gotta love that.
How you guys doing?
Oh crap!
How are you guys doing? My Bluetooth is not working. That's super annoying.
Good.
Oh, man, how was your Hanukkah?
Hanukkah is good. Yeah, you want to know? I'm a Jew, so I talk like this sometimes.
That's really racist, my man, my dude.
Yeah, Hanukkah was the other day. 8 days of lights.
It was, yeah.
Dirty lights. Really dirty for me. But it's not my problem. It was my victims. But
exactly, yeah. I'm a noob. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Oh shit. No. I already found it. Yeah, I closed my stream thing. Anyway, it's back. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't have anything to say. I just want to chill out and for a while until let's go to 11:30 or 12. Let's go to 12. And
whatever. I don't know what time it is. I got drunk as a skunk already today because I'm an alcoholic maniac. But it's cool. I'm watching Bitcoin go mental. I'm going mental watching Bitcoin go mental. So it works out good for me.
Mate, you better start selling soon. It's gonna pop.
Well, it did already. I watched $80,000 go down the toilet.
Oh god!
It's only paper. It's only paper money, or money on paper.
Yeah. Who wants paper money? Paper money's garbage. It doesn't lose $80,000 in a day. That's exciting money.
But it doesn't. Oh god! I wish I had bought 5 bitcoins a couple of years back when they were less than $1, less than $1.
So that's a great thing about investment bubbles.
Yeah, I sold hundreds. Yeah, I sold hundreds of Bitcoins when they were less than $10. Over 10 million now, son.
And you wonder why the commies hate capitalism. You're just explaining the very reason.
Oh yeah, and the crazy part is, back then I was basically a communist. Now I'm a pretty largely free market capitalist kind of guy.
Yeah, then
It's
you
crazy.
started. Then you started drinking.
Yeah, yeah, effectively.
Oh man. Whew.
So who's this dude? This other English wee lad. Not English, American or Canadian maybe, but
We have John is British. Mycroft is a Malacca from America.
Thank you.
yeah,
but I love him.
No.
But I love him. Yeah.
It's a Merkin.
yeah,
American.
American.
I've known Mycroft for a while. We've known each other for about 2 years now, man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, when we've sort of gone off and on contact because shit.
Yeah.
I go one, but we still remain friends, which is nice.
Oh, friends are good.
Yeah, I've lost some friends from 2 years ago because I don't give a disclaimer every time I post a tweet. For example, I sent them a Merry Christmas, and only one of them responded, which is fine. And I was the big person, and I'm like that. And it wasn't. I didn't even send them a drunk tweet. I was completely sober.
Oh,
So, yeah,
all my tweets are drunk.
they're the best kind, man.
I know, they're awesome.
I sometimes get the greatest inspiration to argue. In fact, if I debate, I have to be a little bit more than drunk normally before I am, because it clears my mind, it relaxes me, and then I can start thinking. It's sort of like a spiritual thing that wakes me up. But then I get to the part where I slur my voice, and that's the part I have to stop drinking. Well, you shouldn't think and drink and drive at the same time.
Oh man, no, that's the funny thing about alcohol, right? Is like for me, it makes it much easier to meme. But then at some point, you just get really drunk, and then it starts getting all malicious. You gotta like slow it down. Yeah.
my brother
I'm
just
gonna send this link to whoever wants to come on to my big mates, the big ones. I don't know who's. Okay, I sent one to Wizard. Hagbas Celine. I'm gonna send him one. He's my. Oh, I love that guy. I know that
Hagbart and I actually sound alike, kind of, in like when we talk. It's really weird because like if I watch it later on a stream, we sound alike. So it's super crazy because we're very similar sounding.
You did have
he's
a
definitely a different dude.
Yeah, but your voices, I just noticed that your voices are a slight similar, yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't even
fucking
I didn't even think of that. And then one day somebody mentioned it, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to bed. And as I'm falling asleep, I'm listening to him talk on a stream, and I'm like, oh, motherfucker, I do sound like him.
There you go. I send one to Bering. If he appears, he appears. If he doesn't appear, I'm fine with him. I'll just send out. And that's enough. I could send one to Ian Miles Chung, but he doesn't follow me, so I don't know if I could.
No, his DMs are open.
Oh, he's
His DMs
open.
are open. I'll
Cool.
call him a chink. Yeah, no, I would call him a chink right to his face, and he will like it.
He's Portuguese as well, man. He's Portuguese
Is he
as well,
really?
so watch it.
I thought he was Canadian.
He has half of his family's Portuguese.
Oh man, only chinks can do that kind of math, splitting things in half.
I can't remember what's his oh damn it, I can't remember his Twitter handle. I'm writing it down. Let's see.
I think
It's Sly Ray. Sly. No,
Still Gray.
Still Grey. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Still
Still
There we
Gray.
go. Still Grey. Yeah. There we go, Ian. I got it. Come to my stream, baby.
get called a chink by a drunk Canadian. It's Christmas.
Oh man, good times.
4141.
My brother called me a fag, and then was trying to put like pizza in the microwave, but all my beer cans were in the way, and he just kept dropping beer cans everywhere. Merry Christmas, Jesse.
Come on, gee, do I have to be the life of the party? I suppose Canadians and Americans.
Well, I've got any life today, so I've got an excuse.
Yeah,
I'm the introverted one here, by the way.
No, you're not. I think by definition,
No,
everyone's introverted in this circle.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not introverted. It's autistic. That's the difference.
yeah.
Not quite the
We're
same.
we're all on the spectrum.
Oh yeah.
Of course, yeah. But I just shut my body down. I sweat talking to my superiors, my work superiors, my bosses, and that. And I know I'm more intelligent than they are, but I sweat because I'm introverted. I have a respect for authority, but I'm not intimidated. But I'm nervous around them. I'm so autistic.
That's it. That's exactly
Yeah, I'm pretty outgoing. I'm not socially awkward or anything like that. I'm just I don't really like to be out in public, but when I am, I'm fine. I'm socially capable. Right, Jesse? Can I see your belly?
Yeah.
My brother's just like he pulled out his dick. What a fag. he did not do that, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah, no, that's
fake news by me.
That totally.
Yeah.
Yes, warped. Warped reflection in the chat said Hagbardy's love. Yes, he is.
Yeah,
I really
love
like
that
his.
guy.
I like his prison stories. Those are always fun to listen
They
to.
are so awesome. Yes.
I was
he hasn't made
harassing
any
him.
content in a while.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you may
I
want
miss
to.
him.
You may want to check and see if you're still subbed to him, because like I was saying that for a while, and then I found out that I had been unsubscribed from him. So yeah, just check. I don't know. I haven't seen a video from him recently though.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe
I have
he's-
him on
maybe-
Skype somewhere. I just forget.
I don't think. Let me try. Let me see if I can get this correct. Because I'm on my alternate account and I have his subs on my. I used to like and view videos and stuff. Let me see if I have Hagbard Celine. I should be sub to him. H.
You know that
GH.
GHB, HB. Sorry,
H.
pronounce it like you guys, but
No, I have.
GHB.
No, which one is it? The one with the space or the one without the space? I'm following both his channels, so.
I don't know.
I don't even know. I'm on my Skype, but
Celine, 3 days ago.
Just-
Oh,
Yeah, just message him like 10 times on both, and that'll work.
I hate.
just send him dick pics of me. Everything's fine. He'll respond. He'll be like, "Oh, that's Neeb. I know that guy for sure." Because he has to use a microscope
yeah.
to look at the images.
Wait. Ah, there we go. One's done. 3 days ago.
What? He made a video 3 days ago?
Yes, he did.
He
Gifted the
did. He
magic.
did make a video recently. Yeah, very recently.
Yeah, and I haven't seen it because
But he
the
hasn't
bell
made-
the bell wasn't lit.
Ah, see, I told you.
Talking about my friend Hagbard Celine. He's a faggot. Not as much as a faggot as I am, but my brother's asking me questions. So
Yeah, I'm still
Why is
subbed
that?
to him.
yeah, I'm still sub to him.
Yeah,
He did
but-
make a video very recently, and that brought it into my mind's eye. But before that, he hadn't made one in a while.
Yeah, exactly. I have the bell connected, lit up with his old account, which one that's not been active for a year, but his new one I haven't. That's sneaky from that Susan woman. That's Susan woman is so sneaky.
Women always are.
But she's extra sneaky because she's an SJW.
Oh, most women are. Should women have the right to vote?
My
I'm not
wife
really sure.
isn't. My wife is very conservative. So there, not all women are.
Good.
That's the statement. That's a gross generalization.
I am a sexist. I'm a racist. I'm a homophobe.
I am everything, but I love people.
I love people. Yeah.
I love people, whether they're gay or not,
Yeah.
whether they're male or female or not.
Or whoa.
came out wrong.
Are you assuming genders now? Or are you not including non-binaries? In
What if
Oh
you
yes, I
will?
am.
Come on now.
I did it. I made a tweet about that. What's his name? That's no fact. Presented a whole heap of different combinations of genes. Yeah, and all of them except the first two are genetic defects.
But I'm trying to be offensive.
Or as the word that everyone hates to use, especially from the regressive left, they hate to use, they are abnormal genes. That word abnormal triggers a hell of a lot of people.
Yeah, but they are abnormal.
Exactly. It's not normal. Abnormal is not normal.
It's not bad. It's not good. It's just different than most.
Yeah, and most of those combinations do not even survive the first couple of days of after being fertilization, because they are basically twins or more that have not separated.
Yeah.
XXXXY, the more than two of the gene expressions. If you have XYXX and that's it, XY and XX, any other combination for that are most likely twins that have not separated or have separated us in another way, because you get the X, for example. And because the XY was split differently, and it became a twin that died out or absorbed or some other crap thing. Of
Well, I wouldn't call them crap, but you know.
It's
I'm not a transphobe or anything like you seem to be, but I don't know. throw you under the bus.
Because I have a few traps. I like a few traps.
Yeah, a few traps are good. I'm not saying all traps are good. I'm not saying trap lives
Blair
matter or
White,
anything like that.
I like her a lot. I forget names. Damn it.
I like Caitlyn, whatever her name is, the gamer chick.
No. Too masculine.
Blair White is good.
Blair White is awesome.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely she's masculine. She's barely a chick, but I'll still throw her the pronoun.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. Oh,
yeah. No, as long as she's committed, I don't give a fuck.
Oh man.
What's her name?
Blair White.
No, the other one.
Darren Meyer.
Who?
Darren Meyer.
Oh, Darren Meyer.
Yes, as well. Yes, Darren Meyer. I like her a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, she lives in. She's in New Zealand, I think, and she lives in Vancouver, Canada. And yeah, I talk to her sometimes. It's pretty cool. She's totally normal.
She's New Zealand? I thought she was South African.
No, she was, but she moved to Canada.
So South African? I thought she was just, like I said, I thought Carlos was just a drunk as fuck South African. And he's I'm from Australia. And I'm like, whatever, Portugal is all the same, man. I don't know what's going on here.
I'm going to try to make everyone's surprised. I'm not a South African. I can do the South African accent when I'm really drunk, but it's a caricature of what a South African accent actually is. So if you
oh wait, no, that's New Zealand. Sorry.
I can't do New Zealand. That's the only one.
Every time I try to do an English accent, like I always like slide north and then I go right into like Edinburgh. Like I'm just like I cannot do it, but so
I
crazy.
cannot do it either. The Scottish accent is something that really defeats me sometimes. It's
I like
Wales.
It always goes there.
Yeah, forget Wales.
Oh, man.
No one can do the Welsh accent.
Oh no, there's this black dude on the BBC that did that. Well, of course he has BBC because he's black,
Exactly,
but he did that the longest name of a city or a town. Yeah, I know.
But it still didn't.
He just hammered it home though.
Yeah, of course. But think Tom Jones or what's
Uncle Tom Jones.
Yeah, I'm not unusual to be mad at anyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm the singer.
Yeah. Or who else?
Who else?
Richard Burton. Richard Burton. He's that's the Welsh accent. At least in my mind.
No, Welsh is hard, man.
Yeah. I'm not. No, I mean the English accent of the way they speak English, not the Gaelic language in itself. But did you guys know?
Jesus.
This is some trivia that's in my head. Indian.
Hey Jesse,
and, well, the subcontinent.
Phone to you.
The subcontinent is. The way they talk, the subcontinent, India, Pakistan, etc., possibly Bangladesh. I've never heard the Bangladeshi speak English, but that's just me.
Yeah, I have.
The way they talk, it's actually influenced by the Welsh. So if you know how to the way they talk when what's his name from The Simpsons?
I mean, you're doing it. Yeah,
the Simpsons, if they talk the way they do, it's more or less like the Welsh used to speak, or the influence of the Welsh.
Oh, that is super funny that you're able to pull that off, because I would sound definitely like I'm joining the clan, making fun of brown people.
God.
I am not joining the clan, by the way. Anybody watching this in the future, I am. I'm Jewish. My mom is black. My mom is dead. My stepmom is black. I think she might have died of too much crack, but I haven't talked to her in a while, so I'm not really sure. So, definitely not a racist, though.
Really selling it, man.
Cracks for the whitey, man.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, it used to be there, but it went to white, and now we have.
Oh yeah,
men.
crack is fun as fuck. I'm just mixed race, so I like it myself. So whatever.
Yeah. There is no such thing as human races, and I will say it till it's accepted by idiots who don't know what they're talking about.
First of all, there are races.
Cows, dogs,
sheep. On feet, a race is something I will never win against a black person. Yeah. On a car, I could beat the fuck out of them, of course. I can drive faster than some people, but on feet, though, I'm definitely not winning a race against a black person.
Depends. If
they're wearing Depends, maybe I will. You are correct. Depends are
exactly.
Adult garment.
Depends, yes.
Yeah, it's an adult garment for pooping your pants. If they have one of those on, I might win, but otherwise, I'm probably not.
Oh god, that is funny, man. That is funny.
That is good.
That is good. That is very good. Hey, man, how are you, Sandre? How's it going, man?
I don't know. I mean, it's going pretty badly if I'm willing to lower myself to the standard of being on this shitty stream.
Man. You know you love the dregs of the internet.
Whatever makes you feel better.
10 bitcoins will 10 bitcoins at the moment will make me feel so fucking awesome.
Fuck, I should be paid to be here, to be honest. So
okay, I'll send you over a some hookers and blow.
No, I'm just joking. How are you, Carlos?
Oh man, I'm always fine, especially when I'm in the company of good people.
Then why the
now where are they?
They're busy.
Great minds.
I'm a fucking asshole. I mean, I have a bad influence on people.
So do I.
No.
I don't.
No. Listen, Carlos. I know for a fact that you don't have a bad influence because nobody gives a shit about what you have to say.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because that's cool, and I resent that. Basically, shit. Yeah, I do resent it. I'm in the middle of the biggest drama, and no one mentions me. God damn it!
You know, I noticed that. I was thinking about that when I hopped on here. I'm like, where are all these?
Wait, are you
where
on
are
that fucking
trolls?
server?
Where are your trolls, man? You should have trolls by now.
Well, I do have one. He even used my old avatar for Twitter. He uses it, but he didn't. He started trolling, but then he said, "Oh shit, this guy is fine." So he sort of converted him to untrolling me.
You deconverted a troll? Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. I just said, I didn't say anything. I just gauge him.
Yeah, they
Basically.
soon lose interest.
I'm pretty relentless in my trolling. I don't give up easily.
I do troll.
I have nothing
Twitter.
else to do.
Yeah, Twitter is where I've been trolling Lord all day today. Whenever there's a news article about Russia doing some undemocratic thing, I tweet out, and they celebrate, or Lord celebrates with a concert for this despotic action. Basically,
Yeah, it is really insane.
yeah, it is. So fuck Lord. I wouldn't. I wish I could boycott her in Portugal if she ever comes here.
I would never go to Portugal because it's even too poor for Muslims to get go on raping. So
Exactly, yeah. Or staying here.
remember when I was like, the face when you try to shoot yourself, but you're
Yeah,
too poor.
we have too many hams in our hung hams. We put hams near our fireplaces, and we have hams and prosciutto and sausages made of pork everywhere. So yeah, they sort of became triggered and they left. But what's funny, this is the irony. They wanted all the Muslims to come here, the government, our government, and etc. They didn't. They did come. Some of them came, and then they left a week later. But the only person that wants to stay here is a Yazidi, and they want to expel him. Yeah, they want to expel him. So he's in a hunger strike. I don't think he's left yet. But damn it,
for all of these people that so I'm a giant militant, whatever you want to call it, atheist. Of course, I'm not actually militant. I'm also a secular Jew, so I will fight to the death on the battlefields of Israel. I will do that, but at the same time, it's really crazy that people that claim to just like want to help people, the Yazidis have had it pretty much the hardest because they're considered polytheists under Islam. And,
exactly.
Like Christians get it bad, but and worldwide Christians are probably the most persecuted people on the planet. But locally,
not in Portugal, but yeah.
the Yazidis, but Yazidis are a tiny minority of people, and they are absolutely destroyed by Islam. And everyone's like, well, whatever, let's bring in some more Muslim refugees. It's like, no, take in all the Yazidis, shoot all the Muslims. That's a good start. Start there. People are like, you're such an asshole. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Muslims have killed over 1/4 billion people, 250 million. From India, 80 million alone, just in India, all the way to Spain, over 1,400 years. I talk about this a lot, and this is a huge problem for the world because Muslims are coming. Europe is falling, by the way. Italy will fall.
Oh, fuck Italy, honestly.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't have any sympathy for any country that wants to auto-destroy itself.
No, Italy's going. The first country will be, of course, Sweden. Of course.
Andre.
Bunch of cuts. Yeah. Bunch
Sandra,
of
mate,
bags.
come over. You have.
I'm just saying. You know, people assume that just because I live here, I'm born here. I never said that I was. So what? Why would I have an allegiance to this country? I don't know. I don't understand.
No, go to Poland, get based, get guns, and start shooting them all.
No. I don't know where this idea of Poland being a good country comes from. Because I mean, just look at their history. They've been BTFO'd by everyone.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And guess what? No, you know what the funniest part is, and I talked to Carlos about this a while ago when it was like the EU is like, hey, you have to. We're gonna start, charging you money if you don't take in any migrants. So like, you know what? We did take in a bunch of refugees. They are Ukrainians, and then they're like, no, but we mean Muslims. And they're like, no, we won't do it. And they're like, we will sue you and charge you money. They're like, hey, remember 1939?
War reparations. Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, remember 1939? We're gonna sue you for $1 trillion.
I've been tweeting the Polish government for a figure of 1 trillion euros.
Yeah,
and it's not the American trillion. It's not the American trillion, which is 100
No, it's
million.
about 1.3.
Yeah, I'm talking about the million euros.
Oh Jesus, is it?
The Europe. What I'm used to, billion is.
Billion is 1,000
million. 1,000 million. But to me,
but it's different.
But okay, I'll even accept the American. I'll even accept the American or the American type of bill, a trillion. From Germany. Now, Europe does not have, the whole of the European Union does not have €1 trillion.
They can just keep printing them. Unlike Bitcoin, by the way. So
no, they won't, because Merkel is afraid, and the Germans are afraid of hyperinflation. They will not print money. They will try to tax the rest of the other countries, and the other countries will say, "Fuck you, nope." But I have Brexit is being sabotaged. But okay, but I have good feelings for Austria with the new government. The collapse of Italy will. They're having elections next year, by the way.
Yeah,
and the current government, the current government is the government that's going to be elected. I predict it'll be a very right-wing government, and it's going to be a shitstorm. What else? Sardinia wants to become independent. Corsica wants to become independent. That'll be a bloody nail into France. And the Catalans have won. The independentistas have won again the election. So that's going to be something brewing in there. 2018 is going to be a bloody awesome year.
You're fucking nuts.
Yeah. Like I've been saying this for a long time. I predict so there's going to be problems in South Africa. I predict it's going to start getting really crazy in about November of this year. I predict it's about like 3 years ago.
I hope the Boers rearm.
Yes, rearm.
But I've been talking to a friend of mine who's South African, and he's a Boer, Afrikaans, and he says that a lot of them are bloody cucks. And I'll tell him, he's a geologist, by the way. And I tell him, God damn it, man, you stay safe, because shit. He's awesome. He's a good bloke. And I tell him, get your, wish you guys would rearm and claim basically the Witwatersrand, well, the old Boer lands, the old Afrikaners lands. They should,
Well, I told you that one of my good friends is high-level Navy, U.S. Navy. DPRK is, and I've been talking about DPRK for a very long time. DPRK is happening, and it's happening soon. I predict by March, but all the papers have been signed. Everything is happening. It's crazy. So 2018 is going to be the most crazy geopolitical year that probably ever I've lived through, and I lived through the Cold War. I'm almost 40. It's crazy what's gonna happen.
Fucking whippersnapper. I'm older than you, mate.
I know you're older than me. We already talked about this. You showed me dick pics, and I'm like, that's crazy. I don't know what those fucking marks are on there. Those warts. I don't even know what you're doing, but.
DPRK is not going to go to war. Do you know what's going to happen? Beijing is going to call up Kimmy baby, the fat Kimmy, and he's going to disappear, have an accident. He's going to have an accident. He's going to have a skiing accident. Who's going to choke on some cheese?
Well, first of all, that's true because he has gout, or he did at one point.
And they have or are preparing type refugee type camps and areas just near the border. So
that is super fake news. They moved 180,000 troops to the Chinese North Korean border.
Exactly.
Those people are not there for intake. They are to mow down all of the ignorant peasants, because to be fair, that's what these people are. They can't read.
Won't.
They can't read even in Korean. Never mind read in Cantonese or Mandarin.
I understand, but no, they can't do that because they belong to the international community, and they can't mow down the North Korean peasants. But they can put them into camps and sort of wall that transitional period, which will be about a month-ish. Trust me.
But
this is what's going to happen. There'll be about a month of chaos in North Korea. A whole stream of people will go into China. They'll stop them and put them in the camps while they make up a transitional government, slightly more moderate. And then they'll start putting them back once the whole world starts flooding North Korea with food, etc., etc. You will see that's how it's going to happen.
I want a reunified peninsula. I really do. I want the North Koreans to be governed by the governing body of South Korea, of ROK.
Ultimately, it will happen, but only in 2 generations from now. Now, a generation in archaeological
that's why I think you're crazy when you're saying that it's going to be like a month. This is a 20 to 30-year project. This is not even small.
No, the month, it will be the chaos period. And then, or a month or 2 months, it will be short. But after the government is stabilized, the stable government back there, people are getting fed. They try to deprogram them of 1984-ish that shit that happens, right? What they do, the indoctrination, basically. It'll take 2 generations, but a generation in archaeological terms is 25. 1 generation is 25 years archaeological time period.
Yeah, we get that you're an archaeologist.
So within 50 years, the peninsula will be reunited. Trust me. I won't be alive to see it.
I think it will be, and it's going to take exactly. It has to be a very specific type of military strike to fix this problem. And
no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, you do.
No, because they won't do that. They will go through the way I said. Kim Jong-un, that fatty, Kimmy the Fat, will choke on cheese or some other shit.
No,
once they get rid of him, he has no descendants that I know of. But
he does have descendants.
But they can easily sort of have post-natal abortion.
Yeah,
that can happen. Post-natal.
Well, no.
Look at that link I just put in the chat there. So that's a little report out of China. They have.
The Uyghurs.
Yeah. And the disappearances just in 2009. Nobody fucking knows where they went. Chinese government just rounded up a whole bunch of them and don't know where they are. Now.
I'm not looking at it, but did you say Uyghur or Uyghur?
Uyghur.
Yeah, they're called Uyghurs. Yeah. It's pronounced Uyghurs. They're basically Afghans, effectively, like ethnically, they're similar, and they're Muslims.
They're not. No, they're not Afghans. They're Muslims, but they're not Afghans.
Yeah, they're Muslims, but they're basically,
They have- Afghans are almost, you can say they are quote unquote Aryans, but I'm talking about the actual Aryans,
yeah, I know what
They
you're
don't
talking
have
about. They're not
they don't
white people.
have Asian eyes. They have round eyes.
Wow,
The Afghans,
that's
but
racist.
the Uyghur. That's not. I didn't say anything about race. I said eyes.
No, but that's sort of my point, though. Like,
Squinty, chinky ones.
Don't put it
I said
past
Asians. I didn't.
Yeah, don't put it past the Chinese, dude. They do fucking crazy shit all the time like that. You know, I mean,
And
Yeah,
yet,
no.
and yet, the United Nations does not stir a word of condemnation.
No. The United Nations will freak out if Israel has like a dude like not kidnap, but lawfully arrest somebody at nighttime. That's a bad thing. But then in China, first of all, I'd like to point out that the Uyghurs are so they're Muslims that are ethnically different than the Han Chinese. The Han Chinese have spent, if anybody knows anything about the history of China, it's kind of in my wheelhouse. It's not exactly in my wheelhouse, but it's pretty close. The Han Chinese have, because they basically invented terrace farming, like the rice farming over terraces. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Yeah. So they did that. But what did they do? So you have the Hmong people that are around the same area. Well, what they do is the Han over the past, 5,000 years approximately, they just like move in, disperse all the locals and just push more people into an area and just outbreed everybody. That's the whole project, and they're doing it right now with the Uyghurs. That's true. They spent, I don't know, $20 billion building a railroad and building a city where the Uyghurs exist, and it is the same move. Push them out, disperse, and then they will die as a people.
Yeah, but they only. Yeah, I agree with you. But they're only doing it to two peoples in what is China, the Uyghurs and the Tibetans.
Oh yeah, no, of course the Tibetans, but they did it to the Hmong peoples as well. So those are like southeast China.
Have you seen the WikiLeaks of ethnic groups recognized by the People's Republic of China? It's 56 ethnic groups. 56.
Yeah, but who's the dominant one? It's the Hmong.
Yes, the Han Chinese.
They have
1.2 billion, of course. Yes, 91%.
Yep.
91. But you have the Hui, the Manchu, the Uyghur. They're fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think you pronounce it better than I do.
Uyghur. You have the Miao,
Uyghur.
the Yi, the Tuija, the Tibetans, the Mongol, the Dong, the Buye, the Yao, You have the Koreans, you have the Hani, you have the Li. Yeah, well, that's how they say, man. I'm not culturally appropriating them. I mean, I'm actually celebrating their culture.
So am I.
How they say it to themselves.
We're all
celebrating. The Jinao, Hua, Lahu, Wa, Sui, Naki.
This is going to get flagged for super racism right away.
It's not. It's not. It's celebrating their culture. What are you talking about, man?
I see the hate speech strike coming like any minute now. It's gonna shut down the stream.
Oh man!
Awesome.
Merry fucking Christmas, guys! This is awesome.
Like I can pronounce I have a gift that I can pronounce ethnic groups in their actual ethnic group pronunciations. Why do you think I have a gift of reading out?
How do you spell the N-word? Can you do that one?
The N-word, Niger.
Yeah. How do you say it though?
Negro.
Niger. First of all, that's a French country.
Niger.
But I mean.
And I stand by that. I'm not going to say the other thing. Le Niger, est un pays cherchait des chads et le Nigeria avec l'autre.
So if I remember correctly, my geography, I'm really bad at spatial tools. Niger is the northern border of Nigeria. Is that correct?
It borders it, yes. And you have Nigeria.
Yeah, borders it. Is it northern border?
Nigeria. You have Chad. You have Cameroons on the coast. You have Senegal. Also borders Niger. And what else? That's just out of the top of my head.
The Chad meme,
close by.
Because Chad looks like that dude. Like they made a meme of it because Chad looks like a guy's face.
Exactly. It's Chad.
Yeah. Oh man. What is going on?
It's Christmas, man. Well, it's Christmas Eve still day for another 26 minutes.
In where?
And none of
you are? Are you serious?
Greenwich Mean Time, the only correct time zone.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I don't even live there, so no idea. 6 hours ago.
It's zero. It's zero time zone. The
I know it's zero.
The correct one. Yeah.
Oh, man, you are totally correct.
Yeah.
Well, Merry fucking Christmas.
Portugal and the UK have the oldest alliance on Earth. Past 800 years now. We are in the GMT time zone, both of us.
Did they also ally to be the biggest faggots in the universe? Because
they were. Do you know that they were absolute cunts to Portugal? And in our national anthem, we troll them.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
We do. We say take up arms, cannons against basically the bloody Brits, which they took over. We wanted to have the rose-coloured map linking Angola with Mozambique, but the British interfered in the middle because Rhodes wanted to make the Trans-African.
Cecil Rhodes is a hero of mine.
Cecil Rhodes, yeah, exactly. He wanted to make the Trans-African Railroad, and he didn't want to pass. He wanted to pass through all British colonies. And of course, Belgium took out the middle bit, so it didn't. Can't.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. So
my ex-girlfriend.
We made our national anthem.
Go ahead.
We made our national anthem to trolling the British, even though we're allies.
Yeah, but
and I wouldn't mind them invading us. Actually, they. But do you see how obnoxious Portuguese people can be in their country? At the height of the British.
Dude, every single Portuguese person that I've ever talked to has always just gone on about like the fucking Portuguese Empire, and it's like I don't remember that. When did that happen? And then you see the
we were the first. We were the first trans global empire. The sun didn't. We were the first.
There you go. There he goes, right?
Portuguese.
Yeah, just going off.
But that's not important. That's not important. What is important was
all we did was run slaves and move to fucking Brazil and had way more slaves than America did. But apparently we don't get any trouble out of this.
Absolutely,
all we did was slavery.
I'm proud of my past. Even the horrific slave trade. And I say it's
fuck off.
Horrific.
You're an Australian, you fuck. What?
I'm 100% Portuguese. I lived in Australia, but that's it. Getting back to what I was going to say, after Wellington beat the crap out of Napoleon's armies, Portugal was invaded 4 times by Napoleon, and they failed all the time, all 4 times.
Oh, really? You didn't get beat up by a fucking 4-foot-tall Frenchman?
Nope. We hid all our valuables under. We buried them until the Frenchies would leave. So our cuck kings.
Quick, go bury them.
It worked.
It worked.
They couldn't find any. They couldn't find anything of value, so they didn't pillage much. But our fucking idiot kings. The sooner as he saw the first invasion, which came from northern Portugal, he was in Lisbon, which was about 500 kilometers away. He got on his ship and went, and his entourage went to Brazil, to Rio de Janeiro. And he spent out the war, the Peninsular Wars in Rio de Janeiro. And Rio de Janeiro with its samba and all that shit, he was happy there. So Wellington beat the crap out of the French. We after Waterloo, for about 20 years, they established a governorship, the British governorship in Portugal. Not Spain, they had their own government. Fuck them. I don't give a shit about Spain. Racist cunts. But they established, so they were sort of governing us at that time, but they were sending ships regularly to Rio de Janeiro asking our king to come back until they got really, really pissed off and said, the last one they sent, you have 1 month to come back or we will invade Brazil, starting from Rio de Janeiro, and we will put you in jails. More or less. I'm paraphrasing. It's not actually like that, but more or less. And so the king sent his son, Don, let's say Don, not Don Miguel, Don, one of them. Never mind. They came here and came back in about 20-ish, 18-ish, and the ones that were here left. They said, "No, we don't recognize you." There was the civil war in Portugal from 1820 something. 1818 to about 1832, and we established a constitution on it, and that didn't last long. So the British at their most powerful did not want to govern us because we are the most annoying people on earth.
No, you're not. Have you met
yes, we are. We complain. We were saying no. No. The Scots are children compared to us.
Okay.
The Scots are still being, quote unquote, ruled by the British. They did not want to rule Portugal. They went later, about a generation and a half later, happily into Afghanistan, and then they did not stop trying to invade Afghanistan for 100 years. So they prefer to absolutely get shitted on in Afghanistan than rule the Portuguese. That tells you a hell of a lot of how obnoxious we can be.
Oh yeah, no, you're definitely obnoxious. And then, secondly, this might be my favorite fucking Christmas ever because you're such a Gaylord. It's so great.
I predict that Portugal will be the first country to be actually expelled out of the European Union because we are so.
Yeah, you don't even have the sack to leave. You're just gonna get kicked out. It's like, you guys are fat. You're too poor. Get out of here. We don't want you. Hey, Greece can stay, even though it's just gang rape in the street.
We had our bailout like the same times of Spain, Greece, Ireland, etc. Ireland did a funny, and they, Ireland is Ireland. I have to admit that. But Portugal said, "Fuck this! We're going to pay them off before the time. We only owe now the FMI 5% of what they actually gave to us, even though our economy is still shit. But our national debt is still above 118% of the GDP. And but we've almost paid off our bailout, and they are not happy with us." The European Union and FME are saying, "Nope, you guys are going to crash again," and we're saying, "No, we're not. Fuck you." No, you are. No, not fuck you. And our economy is actually growing.
That's not a threat?
Yeah, it's fuck. I tell you, we are so obnoxious. We will probably crash. Because we're at the bottom, rock bottom, and we just win a little bit above. Go back to the rock bottom.
Absolutely, yes. And you are at the bottom.
Yeah, that's why they'll say, "Oh, god damn it, no, fuck them, kick them out. No, we don't want to."
Oh, it'll take more than that, mate.
Yeah, we won't have enough money to join the European army,
Union,
or the federal.
because they're
Yeah, the
Jews.
federal state. No, yeah. Oh, damn it. That is. Tell you what. I wish all the European Jewry would come to Portugal
Well,
to make
not the new
to
one.
make up for
Not
what
the new
we did
ones.
because of the fucking Spanish again. We only expelled the Jews because of the fucking Spanish demanded it, or else they wouldn't. Or else they wouldn't marry off one of their princesses to one of our princesses. So yeah,
bit weird prior.
I think we're all Jews here, aren't we? Or at least two of us are.
I'm Zionist. I'm an atheist, but I am a top Zionist, man.
Yeah, but you're like from Jew stock. You're like
No,
an
I'm
animal,
not.
like
No,
a Jew animal.
no.
Oh,
I'm
really? I thought you were a proper Jew.
Germanic. No, Roman, Germanic.
Yeah, I'm fucking Germanic
local.
as well, but I'm an Ashkenazi.
Yeah, no, but no, absolutely no Jew in me at all. My wife may have because.
Well, if you want one, just give me a call. Really.
I'm fine. I'm happy to be a Gentile and.
I see what I did there. Oh man, I'm such an animal.
I want to become the best noticed by the actual Mossad. Say, oh, we have a guy that is in Portugal. He loves us. He looks interesting, and they come over here on holidays, and they say, oh, you're that guy in the internet. You're a very good Zionist, but even though you're a fucking Gentile, goy, etc. Do you need any help? And I say, yeah, I have two neighbors that should be, have accidents.
And then, so like some of my friends are, and some of my family too, are Israeli intelligence, which is really crazy. Yeah, they will probably do that for you. It's really good.
Oh, please. I don't. Yeah, please do that.
Yeah, you wanted me to talk like Israeli? I can do that. My name is Avi. I'm from Hebron in Israel, and we will take all your friends that are not such good friends.
Oh, I'd love to have Skeptor on one day, but that can't never answer my streams or anything. I need to talk to a Skeptor.
Oh, Skeptor is the biggest kike in the universe.
Yeah, I love
I
that.
can throw around the word kike because I'm a Jew, but if any of you say that, I'm going to Facebook right away and being like, "There's a racist on the stream."
It is. I concur. See, yeah.
Yeah, you want me to talk like Israeli? I can do that, but if anybody else does, fuck them.
That's how it works, man.
Just call them sad. Yeah, I'll just call them sad as well. Just get them fucking have their heads chopped off.
Okay. You get in contact with your family in the.
Oh, you almost said it.
Israeli intelligence. I have a plan. I have a plan. Oh God, I have a plan, and in Israel won't be blamed at all for that. Do you know how you can get rid of the golden
the Al-Aqsa Mosque? Yeah.
No, don't say the word. Don't say the name.
Okay.
That place. Yeah.
The Al-Aqsa Mosque.
Whatever.
I will suicide bomb that thing to the ground.
No.
The my
idiots
name
from
is Michael.
The idiots from Hamas are sending missiles all over, rockets, etc. But sometimes those rockets can become astray, especially the ones from Yemen. You know, those Yemeni Houthi launched missiles.
Do you realize
that they can go off course? You know, they can go off course.
No, don't. I want everybody to realize this. Everybody, please pay attention. We've heard of about 5 over the past 5 years of ballistic missiles from the Yemeni Houthis. These are Iranian funded.
Iranian. Exactly, yes.
But they're also CIA.
No, they're not.
There has been over 150 of them. Never mind the 5 that you've heard about.
But that was the CIA under Obama. So
yeah.
What are you talking about? Hellfire missiles?
Oh shit! I'm running out of beer.
No, Hellfires are American product. They're great missiles. They're the best. They're the Trump missiles of missiles. They get fired from Predator drones, whatever. But no, also from AH-64 Apaches. a lot of
Yeah,
my
they offer
stuff
us a
that I
good
do,
anti-personnel missiles. Yeah, they're quite good. Yeah.
yeah, they're quite good. So for all of you dicks that don't know who I am, I'm a person that is a first of all, I'm not American, but I'm a Jew, and I've spent a lot of time doing military work. DPRK is my specialty. Islam.
Don't
I've
dox
studied
yourself, man.
Islam.
Don't dox yourself. I don't want doxed
No, I
in
don't. I
the
don't dox
chat.
myself. No,
Yeah.
all my names are fake. You can call me Mike. You can call me Kike. I don't care what you call me, but don't call me Kike.
Juan. That's a nice name. Juan.
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 Yeah, but no, we are dealing with a real problem right now, and our intelligence services are unable to deal with this properly, and that is not a slight on them. Muslims are a problem, but we are also ill prepared for
No,
the geopolitical
really?
problem. Yeah,
What
really?
gives you that idea?
Oh,
that
are
a
they
problem?
blowing themselves up on buses all the time? What?
Really? I didn't know that. I thought they had sort of a short temper, short fuse.
They had a short fuse, but like luckily it was connected to their suicide vest, so it fixed itself.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
That's totally normal.
I love the new tactic of the Israeli army. They don't shoot to kill; they shoot to lame, or
And that's
legs,
a bad
arms,
idea.
etc. No, it's not.
Nope.
It's
it
not
is.
because many of them have fake suicide vests. They want to be killed suicide by army. And,
like Soy Boys, but Suicide Boys.
yeah, but they're not because if they shoot them in the leg and they press whatever, if it doesn't blow up, then the vest is a fake. So then they capture them, put them in jail. But if you shoot them in the leg and they blow up, yeah.
Yeah, but you're putting
That was
lives
one
at
of
risk. At risk, rather, not risks.
Yeah,
multiple.
like the stabbing of the soldiers is not.
Just
putting lives
shoot
at
them
risk.
in the fucking chest, because that's the best way to deal with people that
But you
are
can not kill them. For example,
I don't care.
if you shoot them in the chest, not center, but either left or right, more or less above the nipples, you will not kill them.
No, you get through and throughs in the upper lungs. You get collapsed lungs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And if the suicide bomb
but that's why you
is
just
real,
go crazy. You just drop 30 rounds into them, and you just go clack, 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 clack.
oh, no,
Anybody
no,
here
no,
shoot
no,
guns?
You only need a bullet, man. You just need one. You got to economize. I know
No,
the
no,
Jews
30
aren't
rounds.
very economic.
A
Yeah.
whole clip. Don't give a fuck.
I'm very economical in stuff like that. You should use the bullets.
So you're more Jewish than I am. You're worried about the
Yeah.
pennies, the shekels. I
Of
believe
course,
is what they're
man.
called.
The shekels. Because
It's all
you know,
about the shekels. N-word.
John's bemused by me at the moment. You can see his arm. He's what the hell did I get involved in this conversation? John, man.
Yeah, so I'm a
Awesome,
Canadian Jew, very supportive of Israel. Israel, you want me to talk like Israeli, I can do that all day. But no, it's really crazy that my family came here from Germany. My Jew family, my Kike family, came here from Germany in 1928, where the papers were like, yeah, the Jews are from the fault. The Jews, right? And then my great-great-grandfather was like, well, probably I should get at least one of my kids out of here. And then, so he did, very nicely,
Saddam
got my
Hussein.
great-grandmother out of Germany. And then the rest of his kids and himself died in camps. So pretty good.
Yeah, man, I know,
Pretty good
yeah.
foresight.
Yep.
Plus, I grew up as a Christian. So it doesn't really matter.
As I said, Saddam Hussein. I got the beard.
Saddam Hussein, his kids are fucking maniacs, or were. Uday Hussein.
Were.
They got
Yeah,
killed.
he had his like little like sex dungeons and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy was
really
nuts.
big assholes. Yeah, really big assholes. Those guys are fucking assholes completely.
Wasn't one
Uday Hussein.
tomahawked? Wasn't one of them tomahawked? No, not tomahawked.
No, they
nuclear
both
one.
died in this. Yeah, there might have been tomahawks going there, but it was just rockets and
Yeah.
just 50 cals, and yeah, it was a crazy mess. They both died the same day, and it was really ridiculous because they were just in this like guarded palace or whatever, and the Americans didn't give a fuck. They're like, we're gonna kill both of you faggots. We don't give any fucks at all, and they just destroyed everything. So their death was probably not instant. It was probably bad because they were bunkered in it. But yeah, Uday and Kusei both died in a horrible way, probably, and good for them because they were assholes.
Not as horrible as Gaddafi, who actually was penetrated by.
Oh yeah.
stuff.
Bayonet.
Yeah.
Bayonet. Yeah.
The ass.
Raped to death in his own asshole by Bayonet. That's true. Again, like I said, this is like kind of my wheelhouse. I am a Middle East geopolitics expert, if you want to call it that. I have no credentials or whatever. But yeah, though that happened, and that happened in such a way that it's so brutal that even people that hate him don't like to talk about it. That's so crazy when like you are. Gross.
Anyway, let's talk about something more. I don't know.
Oh, do you want to talk about Hiroshima and how like
No.
Japanese people by a nuclear bomb?
No. Let's talk about something more.
I'm the worst. I'm the worst. It's funny. So for those of you who don't know me,
the major drama, but the little drama that's been happening around. From the I don't know. The conversation about that's bit gruesome. I don't want to. It's too gruesome.
No, I wasn't going to stick to the gruesome. I was just laughing because I have tons of gruesome for you.
What's something that's happening lately? Oh yeah, Lorde. We haven't talked about Lorde.
Is that
New Zealand?
Oh, the singer. She was featured on South Park.
Yeah. That she does. She cancelled her Tel Aviv concert because 2 people wrote to her and said, "No, you shouldn't. You should educate yourself."
Wait, where's Tel Aviv? Is that in Israel?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just looping back.
Tel Aviv. Yeah, Tel Aviv.
Yeah, in Israel. So we're just looping back to the same conversation.
Of course. And then Lorde. I've been educated now. I have to cancel my concert in Tel Aviv. Okay. But I will do another concert in Russia, the most liberal of awesome democratic country on earth, who just basically barred one of the opposition potential opposition candidates who has invaded countries without, you know what they did. Crimea, cough, cough.
Oh, I'm aware.
Eastern Ukraine, cough, 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 cough. So on.
Yeah, I'm aware of this.
And they've killed about 50,000 Syrians or more, 400,000 Syrians, using all sorts of nice weapons.
I'm okay with that part, but.
Oh yeah, of course, but no, Israel that actually has been giving medical aid to
more people.
Terrorist groups in the Sinai near the Golan Heights medical
Golan.
post they have there. Golan, thank you. Dankeschön.
I hope somebody just kills me one day because I'm such an asshole. But yes, I'm aware of what you're talking about.
Well, well, one day you'll be as good as I am. I can be an extreme one, but let's get back into the story. But no, she is celebrating Putin's barring of these opposition candidates from actually having the running in the presidential elections. She's celebrating that fact by having a concert in St. Petersburg. So yeah, she's very, very pro-human. Yeah, fuck her.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
I wouldn't, but you know what I mean.
Do you remember that?
Well, you gotta have.
I wouldn't. I would not.
I wouldn't even fuck her with
even-
your dick. Is that
No,
what
no,
you're
no,
gonna
no,
say?
no, no. Wait, let me finish. I would not even grab Lord by the pussy.
Oh, that's crazy. Because I mean, I grab everything by the pussy, even if they're zers or squirrs or whatever the fucking pronouns they're using nowadays. I don't even know.
So you see what I mean? And that's the argument Sargon used against just Phillips. He would not even, I would not even as well grab Lords by the
I
pussy.
wouldn't even rape you. Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
even rape you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that's
even steal her
ridiculous.
money. I wouldn't even steal her money. I can't say the deposition.
Oh, I would
type
steal her
thing.
money. I'm Jewish.
So I wouldn't
I'm
even.
Jew, so I would steal everybody's money.
Well, Portuguese. We learned a lot from the Jews. So yeah.
Jews are good people.
Iran, I am using Sargon's gambit. I wouldn't even steal her money. I wouldn't even call her names. I wouldn't even grab her by the pussy. So yeah, there we go. Easy as that. See? But of course, I've triggered 99% of the SJWs who thinks that words not doing something is actually doing something. It's easy.
Yeah, well,
They use 1984 by what's his name, Eric Arthur
George
Blair.
Orwell.
I prefer to call him Eric Arthur Blair. That's my geek kudos coming through. You know, I know his real name. See, he in his book, which I have read actually in school, and I've read many times after that, and I love it. I also have the Animal Farm. That's also very poignant. But
Yeah,
there's
George
George Orwell. There's a passage which always brings me to what SJWs and the leftists and Marxists. It's poignant for them. They use it like a textbook or a instruction manual. When Winston Smith was being interrogated by wasn't O'Brien? What was his name?
I'm gonna fuck this up. I don't remember.
Never mind. By his book,
yeah.
he was asked, "How many fingers do I have here?" And he had 4. He said, "I have few. It's 4." And no, they shocked him and etc. It was before he went to room 101. I have now here 5 fingers. No, you have 4. They shocked him, electric shocks and etc. Tortured him. Winston O'Brien, I think it was O'Brien, said, "You have to learn that in Newspeak and in this society, which is INGSOC, SJW land, you have to entertain in your mind or have in your mind that at the same time believe that there are 4 fingers and 5 fingers at the same time." That is what is called cognitive dissonance.
You are correct. That is a technical term. Yep.
Exactly. Or group new think.
Newspeak.
New speak is the actual what you speak, but you have to have new think or something or whatever. I can't remember. It's my
you have to do it in your mind or you get in trouble.
In your mind, entertain both things. The total contradictions of each
double
other.
Think is the
double think. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think. Total contradictions. You have to entertain them in your mind at the same time, and they are both valid. That is what we are seeing in the postmodernist bullshit thing that is happening at the moment. So yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of just like
first of all,
compartmentalization of thought. I mean, this is the same thing that happens in China. Like, if you ask a Chinese person like what they think of the government, they'll give you their public opinion. But if you get them in private and you ask them what they think of the government, they'll actually tell you what they're actually thinking. You know, so yeah.
Well, China. Yeah, I agree with you. There's no doubt in my mind of it. Absolutely right. But China's weird in something. because China at the moment has possibly the most millionaires on Earth. I think they've overtaken the
Well,
United
because they have,
States. Haven't they? I'm not.
yeah, well, they have 3 times the population, 4 times the population,
Exactly,
almost.
but I'm not talking about percentage-wise, but in actual numbers, they have overtaken the United States in millionaires. Now, it's still a Marxist government by all means, whatever, all. So it's a
By any
dictatorship.
means necessary. Like that little Filipino girl, what's her name? Falarcas.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
It's a dictatorship.
Yeah. She's in
Even
the band.
Palacas.
Yeah, Yvette Falarcas, yes.
That
I'm not saying flip the script, but I'm saying she's a flip for sure. And that's not racist because I've dated and almost married Filipino.
Marcus is if you sent her to China, she would be arrested for sedition.
Anything. If I go to China, like I have a lot of Chinese friends, but they're all like Hong Kongese Chinese, and so if I go to China, I have to go to Hong Kong because that will be absolutely in danger. If I go to like Beijing, for example,
Oh, you won't. No,
toast.
you won't. No. Honestly,
Well,
you
I'm a
won't.
foreigner, but I'm very
You-
vocal about my opinions on China.
But just politics conversations, you'll be absolutely fine. Honestly,
Pardon?
you can be the
For
most.
decades, I've been screaming about this whole project.
They don't give a shit about that. They just want your money to visit China, spend some greenback or Canadian dollars, whatever.
Or actual money, Bitcoin.
And
I'm just saying.
just politics. Oh, Chinese food, beautiful scenery, and look. Then you get back to Canada, or, States or whatever, and you say, "Fuck, China." Yeah, that influencing the locals. That is how it works.
It will influence the locals because that's how I roll, son.
Antifa. Players that they are in a actual environment. They are less than that. That's like putting one snowflake in a smelting plant.
Well, I was gonna say an oven, but that's really Jewish of me to bring that up. But
No,
continue.
I know the cult. I know the that's why I went to the blast furnaces of a industrial ironworks or something like that. I'm not a heartless.
Well, I don't know. Kind of seem to be a little bit. Not even happy about my mom committing suicide, so I think you're probably pretty rude about it.
Man.
for all of those people that don't know, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, my mom did commit suicide, and I throw it on people like shade all the time. It's super funny because they're like, "Oh my god!" So like, why are you being so mean to your mom? I'm like, well, because she committed suicide, and they're like, oh,
I do
shit.
have
And then they feel
suicidal.
like
I do have suicidal thoughts.
I've been suicidal for 15, 20 years. So, yeah. My mom committed suicide. It might be genetic.
That's nothing. I've been suicidal since I was about 17.
Yeah, well,
So
you're
what?
older than me.
Exactly. But I will knock myself off, but it has to be painless because I'm a bit of a coward in terms. I can withstand pain, but I want to be clean. I don't want to, and it can't be
Well,
bloody.
take a shower
can't be-
and then just bludgeon yourself with a hammer. It's fine. It's normal stuff.
No. It has to be something quick, painless, because I don't want to make a big ruckus. I would love to have a massive heart attack.
It's why men
but
use guns and women use pills.
Yeah, I know, but I'm thinking about my family. It has to be
Pretty
something
sad, but I'm not here to advocate for
confessing now.
killing yourself.
This is
By the
a bit
way.
I will delete part of the stream.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, Merry Christmas! It's the best Christmas
Merry Christmas.
anybody's ever had. Yeah, it's good. Just kill yourself. It's
But
fine.
like I said, I will only
Oh my God.
I will only knock myself off if I have an incurable disease.
You are a wonderful man, and I wish you never commit suicide.
No, no,
If you
I
need some
won't. 'Cause,
advice, I'm pretty educated in this subject.
no, you're not the only
That
one.
is fake
I've
news.
been-
That's a joke.
I just need to get.
Yeah. No, you're fucking fine. You're good.
Shit, I can't think of the chemical. The Sandra could help me.
What with your suicide?
No, with the chemical that.
This is the worst Christmas.
Jesus fucking.
It used to be the fucking best Christmas. Now it's toast. Everything's crazy now. Oh, yep. All right. Just kill yourself. It's fine.
I won't do it because I think I'm healthy.
I know
I've
you
had
won't.
a
You know
medical
why?
checkup, and
Because I'll fucking
yeah,
kill
I'm
you if you do.
But it's not.
I will fly to Portugal and kill you if you do it.
Not fluoride, phosphorus. I think it is.
Still on it.
If you take enough,
I'm gonna lose my
not the phosphorus that if you touch water it blows up. No, there's a phosphorus derivative that if you take too much of it,
I'm
it
going to lose
blocks
my mind.
your nervous system and your heart stops. So
Yeah, there's tons of phosphorus chemicals to do
I think
that.
it is. Shit, like
Do
I
you
said,
want your pick? Because I could just give you a bunch of them. I have tons of it. It's crazy. But
I know my chemistry enough.
I
of
do
my
not have tons of
chemistry.
it, by the way. This is jokes.
Because I'm crap at mathematics, but I was one of the best students in all the other the sciences. So I know
Jesus Christ. The
I'm
fuck?
going to lose my mind. I'm laughing so hard right now.
so
Yeah, if your stream wasn't demonetized before, dude, like it's done now.
it's gone now. I'm going
You're
to
way
no.
deep in the
I'm going
weeds at
to
this point.
I'm going to edit the. I'm going to wait until it becomes processed. Just before the bots get to it, I'm going to cut the part after we started this. I'm going to leave the archaeology bit in it or something. I know this.
So
yeah, it'll disappear if unless someone has been saving it or whatever, or recording it or something. But yeah.
So for all of y'all N-words that don't know me, I'm Kneeboopsh. I'm a dick. Make funny jokes, and that's all I basically do. Is make fun of everything. And so I'm gonna fuck off because whatever. I'm at my brother's place, and my brother is not happy with me. And he is.
Of course not, mate. Give my love to your brother and tell him I apologize.
No, it's my fault because my brother is cool.
No, it's
But
not. It's my fault.
I got way too drunk, and then I don't want to say I did some racism, but maybe I did. I don't know.
There is no such thing as races. Even racism.
No, not anymore. I finished it. Everything is fine. It's only whites now.
Yeah.
I killed all the black people.
Christ, dude.
Oh my god. Yeah. So I'm yeah.
Going
There you
to
go.
end this here. Sandra's microphone. I don't know if he's on. Unfortunately, because
All right.
I'm
Well,
going to end
very
it
nice to
here.
meet you guys. Peace out, Carlos. Always a fucking pleasure to talk to you.
Same, man. Same.
Thanks, bud.
Okay, guys. Neebs hasn't got a channel, so he can't. He can't actually.
What? I have a channel. I have 150 subscribers, son.
Well, then shield your channel, man.
It's Kneeboopsh.
Exactly.
my
Everyone
channel.
subscribe to Nebush. Get him to 1,000.
don't even do it. It's retarded. But call me on the internet later if you have a big peen, especially. Gay, super into dudes. Give me a call.
Mycroft, you're next.
Peace out.
I have nothing to feel. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not part of this fucking madness. Okay. So it's always great talking to you,
Hello.
Carl.
Whatever.
John,
Hi.
you
Sorry?
as a friend, mate, not homo, but there's nothing wrong with being homo, but you know what I mean. John, Paul,
It's all gone quiet.
I think that's a thumb up. Man, and
It's
saying,
it's the position of the camera. It's right where I want to hold the iPad.
All right. Well, there you have it.
Well, this was a good way to cheer myself up, having not talked to anyone all day.
I thank you for coming on. And
Well, you know, what better way to cheer yourself up from death than talk of death?
Sandre, I have this motto. I mean, all jokes are fair game, and it's never too soon. Ever. So life is. I'll give you an archaeological perspective of what life is.
Life is
Hominins.
shit. Then you die. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, hominins, our direct line of us is about 2 and a bit million years old. 2 million years is a hell of a long time. What the great Carl Sagan said, all our knowledge, all our written records, everything is such a minuscule bit of our actual timeline, because this year it's been the golden age of archaeology. We have extended our species, or should I say subspecies, timeline back 150,000 years. And I can tell you, just perspective, all of our technology Romans that sits under salt water. We still electronics. What's that other scientist's name that we use for my just so much information I can't about what at the same time. I apologize. But 100 years, the Indian gave us what we have. We have gone from 1905 as the official. I'll give it the official right.
Yeah, Carlos, I hate to tell you, man, but you're kind of breaking up a little bit.
Sorry, it's first. That's okay. Well, I'll repeat. I think I'll turn off this. Since 1905, we have gone from the Wright brothers' paper aeroplane hopping 150, 200 meters to going into a space. That is the perspective we have to look at. So, yeah.
Well, that was less than 50 years, wasn't it?
Of course it was. But did you see the time from the first plane that did that little jump powered flight to the space shuttle, to the new robots that have gone into space. Damn it! The probe that went to Jupiter, to Pluto, that is the fastest we have ever gone. It actually caught up and passed in speed what are they called? The
Voyager.
Voyagers, yeah, the both of them. That's the New Horizon or whatever it's called. I can't remember it. Will overtake the Voyagers, both of them. Probably it's already did, because it's just bloody flying super fast. So yeah, we are absolutely. We have to get that into perspective. That life is short. Stop bickering. Enjoy life. Don't hate people. Hate ideas, absolutely. Ideas are wrong or can be wrong, and not all ideas are good. But see what I mean? That's my motto. I am fatalistic nature, but God damn it, I live life to the fullest. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, you know, you need to have one first.
Absolutely, Sandre. Absolutely, we do. I do. Yes, I need to have a life, and I don't have a life. But
You do.
yeah, I do and don't.
We are also incredibly improbable just to be born.
No, we're not. Life. No. Life is not improbable. Life is probable.
No. A specific life, the life that you.
Oh yeah.
Is phenomenally. You know, it's like you get these people that say, "Oh, can you imagine the odds of that?" Nothing compares to the odds of one specific person being alive. The number of events that it took for that one person to be alive.
Wait, is Grandpa high?
Sandre.
Hey, Grandpa, will you tell us about the time when you didn't have oxygen in the air? You had to suck it out of the rocks.
Oh God, you're gonna trigger John. John is an awesome person, Sandre. John, Sandre is like that to me, even worse. So, you know, he's cool. Don't take it too personally, man.
Don't worry. If I jab at you, it's out of affection.
Of course it is, exactly.
Jeez.
I have to answer Iran. This year in Morocco, we discovered a skull that of a Homo sapiens, our species. At least part of our species, that links us that we are more than 200,000 years old. We have pushed back our lineage, Homo sapiens, to 350,000 years from the 200,000 years limit we had before. That's what I meant. So yes, sapiens, more or less, they could have came a little bit later, but genetic-wise, we seem to be more than 200,000 years old. Sapiens, yes. So yeah, I have videos on that. Just look for my. You don't have to watch all my videos, but I have them in my channel. I talked about them, like I talked about the Tufians today. So yeah, I am going to end it here, guys, and I'm going to wait a little bit long after to edit this, because I'm going to cut this part out, the free speak, because damn it, I know it was fucking fun as hell, but yeah, it will be. I wish I could record this because it was just funny as fuck. But I'm going to just keep the archaeology bit in the final cut. So yeah, guys. Good night, everyone, from the from the chat, and I hope you have a good remaining. The people that have not had or are still having Christmas Day and nights, etc., continue. It was awesome, and the ones that are not, it's welcome to.
We call it
Will you
Boxing
just
Day.
end this?
Yeah, you can end it, Sandre.
All right. Carlos is still a faggot. Minecraft is also a faggot. I cannot speak for John, but John is old and he's gonna die soon anyway, so who gives a fuck? Anyway, good night, everyone, and kids, please run with scissors.